Jason Mosier's day had been a disaster from start to finish. It wasn't just one thing, it was everything. He had woken up that morning with the hope of getting through his to-do list, but life had other plans. By the time the sun set, all he wanted was to head home, collapse on the couch, and forget the world existed. Little did he know that his last stop of the day would be the one he would never forget. Jason's troubles began at the mechanic. His car, which had been making grinding noises for 2 weeks, finally demanded his attention. What he thought would be a quick fix turned into hours of waiting and a repair bill that far exceeded his budget. While the mechanic worked on the car, Jason decided to use the time to address another issue: his lost debit card. At the bank, the lines were painfully long. By the time he retrieved his replacement card, Jason's patience was nearly gone. His last errand for the day had been a visit to his mother, something he was looking forward to. But the delays meant he had to cancel. Feeling guilty, exhausted, and increasingly irritable, Jason drove toward home. His empty stomach growled loudly, a final reminder of how much the day had taken out of him. When he saw a McDonald's glowing in the distance, he decided to stop for a quick meal. He needed something, anything, to lift his spirits. Jason parked his car and walked into the restaurant. The warm, familiar smell of burgers and fries briefly soothed his frayed nerves. He scanned the menu and ordered a classic cheeseburger, fries, and a small drink. When the cashier, whose name tag read Hayden, totaled his order at $8, Jason confidently handed over his brand new debit card. But instead of approval, the card reader beeped. "I'm sorry, sir," Hayden said with a polite smile. "The card isn't authorized. Do you have another method of payment?" Jason's heart sank. "That's strange. I just got this card. Could you try it again?" Hayden obliged, but the result was the same. The card was declined. Flustered, Jason fished through his wallet and found only $4 in crumpled singles. "I've got $4, he said, embarrassment creeping into his voice. "Could we maybe adjust the order?" Before Jason could suggest removing an item, Hayden did something unexpected. He reached into his pocket, pulled out his own card, and swiped it through the reader. The cheerful ding of approval was almost surreal. "Wait, what did you just do?" Jason asked, stunned. Hayden shrugged with a smile. "Don't worry about it. It's on me." Jason was overwhelmed. "No, I can't let you do that. I'll go back to my car and get the rest of the money." "It's fine," Hayden insisted. But Jason persisted, and eventually Hayden agreed to accept the $4 Jason had. As Jason walked out with his food, he felt a mix of gratitude and guilt. He knew Hayden was likely just a young employee trying to make ends meet, yet he had gone out of his way to help. Jason made a mental note to repay the kindness somehow. Back in his car, Jason opened the McDonald's bag, eager to eat. But as he unfolded the top of the bag, he froze. Sitting neatly on top of the food was the same $4 he had handed to Hayden, wrapped around a small note. Jason's hands trembled as he unfolded the paper. The note read, "Have a blessed day." His chest tightened and tears welled in his eyes. Overwhelmed by emotion, Jason let out an involuntary cry. "God, no!" He scrambled out of his car, clutching the bag and the note, and rushed back into the restaurant. Hayden, who was helping another customer, looked up in surprise as Jason approached. "Why did you do this?" Jason asked, holding up the note and the money. Hayden smiled sheepishly. "I just wanted to make sure you could enjoy your meal without worrying about the rest." Jason was at a loss for words. He extended his hand, gripping Hayden's firmly. "What you did means more to me than you'll ever know." "Thank you." Hayden chuckled. "It's really no big deal." "It is a big deal," Jason said. "You reminded me that there are still good people in the world." As the line of customers grew, Hayden shared a bit about himself. Growing up, his family didn't have much. His parents worked tirelessly to make ends meet, but always emphasized the importance of kindness. Whether it was sharing what little they had with a neighbor or helping someone in need, they taught Hayden that small acts of generosity could make a big difference. "Kindness doesn't cost anything," Hayden said, "and you never know how much it might mean to someone." Jason's admiration for the young man deepened. Before leaving, he asked if they could take a photo together. Hayden hesitated, but eventually agreed. Jason wanted to remember the moment, and share it with others. Later that evening, Jason sat at his dining table, staring at the photo of him and Hayden. He decided the world needed to know about the young man's selflessness. Taking to social media, Jason wrote a detailed post about his experience. "Today, I met someone who reminded me that compassion still exists," he began. He described his rough day, the kindness Hayden showed, and the unexpected note in the bag. He ended the post with, "If you're ever in town, visit this McDonald's and say hi to Hayden. Trust me, you won't regret it." The response was overwhelming. Within hours, the post went viral. Likes, shares, and comments poured in from strangers across the globe. Many shared their own stories of unexpected kindness, while others praised Hayden for his generosity. "What a beautiful story," one commenter wrote. "Thank you for reminding us that good people are out there." Another added, "Hayden deserves all the recognition in the world. We need more people like him." The next day, Jason returned to the McDonald's to thank Hayden again. To his surprise, Hayden's manager approached him with a smile. "We saw your post," the manager said. "Hayden's always been exceptional, but it's great to see him getting the recognition he deserves." Hayden was embarrassed by the attention, but grateful for the support. Customers who had seen Jason's post began stopping by to thank him personally. Some even left generous tips, which Hayden always tried to share with his coworkers. For Jason, the experience was life-changing. Inspired by Hayden's example, he began looking for opportunities to pay it forward. Whether it was buying coffee for a stranger or donating to local charities, he realized that even small acts of kindness could have a big impact. Conclusion. Jason's story is a powerful reminder of the impact one person's generosity can have. Hayden's simple act of covering a meal and leaving a thoughtful note not only turned Jason's day around, but also inspired countless others to spread kindness. Have you ever experienced an act of kindness that restored your faith in humanity? Share your story in the comments below. Let's celebrate the goodness in the world and inspire more moments like this. Thank you for reading, and we'll see you in the next story.